Hello guys, welcome back to this channel, welcome back to the garage. So before we get working on the race truck, this past weekend, Bob and I went out to Indiana and spent the weekend at PRI. If you don't know what PRI is, it is pretty much the biggest expo in racing. Whether you're a driver, a fabricator, a retailer, manufacturer, it doesn't matter, they have something for everybody. Like every vendor you can imagine was out there, from fuel cells to transmission coolers to our Kirky seat, just all kinds of people. We even caught up with the guys from AirDog and Fluid Amper, from Freedom Racing Engines and Fleece, just talking about, you know, what products they got, all that kind of stuff, catching up with guys that we know. But primarily we went out there not to make YouTube videos, but to learn about some new products, or products for the race truck, I should say, for some ideas I have over this winter. It is going to be a short winter for us, hopefully. Last year, if you guys remember, this cage project kind of took on a life of its own. I'm very happy with how it came out, other than what we're getting to tonight. But it really just... All right, so tonight's not starting off the best. Anyway, so really that took up our whole year. We didn't get the truck to the track at all. We still haven't gotten it running right. We're trying to dial that in, where we have the computer off to get looked at and whatnot. But anyhow, we were talking to a lot of manufacturers out there at PRI, learning about different products, checking different stuff out for different modifications we want to make, like possibly getting rid of our very heavy steering wheel, stuff like that. But like I said, anything that has to do with racing was there. I think Richard Petty was out there, like all the Street Outlaw guys, all their cars. There was some very wild crap out there. I mean, wow, just makes this whole diesel thing seem it makes you realize what a niche market the whole diesel racing scene is. Yes, there were some diesels out there. Rudy's Pro Mod was out there. Suncoast had some stuff out there. Fleece, Wagler, and D&J all had their billet engines out there, which were remarkable. But just, we're such a small niche part of the market. It's just incredible. But anyway, guys, so I got a little footage from that. Nothing major, but just a little, you know, some of the sights and sounds, if you will. But tonight, what just fell was our 1 5/8" 083 wall chromoly tube. It's a 6-foot length to replace the bar that we cut out over there. So as you guys know, we put these two down bars into our frame, and this one was nice, high and tight in the corner, and somehow I screwed that one up and it wasn't. It looked terrible. I didn't like it, so we cut it out. So that's going to be our main focus for the night, is getting that bar in. I'm hoping to at least get it tack welded in. I don't know that we'll have it fully seal welded, because we're probably going to have to move the cab around, which might mean we need to move our Kirky seat out of the truck, and there's probably a bunch of stuff we're going to have to do just to get the access in there to weld it, but that's kind of our game plan. So here's a little of the PRI footage, and getting to welding that tube in. So guys, as you can see, our bar is in. We have everything tacked up. If we look back here at the truck, everything is looking good. Our two bars are about dead nuts even. Yeah, very happy with that. Looks much better than it did before, but we're tacked in the bottom. Got everything welded up top that I can. As you guys can imagine, it's a little tight getting in here. I just kind of have the one side and the bottom a little bit done. So we're gonna actually have to try and jack the cab up. I'm not sure what all we're gonna have to remove and undo. I'm gonna try just the 4 cab mounts and see how everything moves, see how everything goes. I'm not really sure where we're gonna get. I think maybe I will also probably unbolt our proportioning valve for our brakes just to give us a little more movement, because that's all attached to the cab. Actually, they should probably flex. I don't know yet. I'm gonna look over the truck, see what else we have to disconnect, and go on from there. Also, trying to fit that tube up and get everything straight took a while. Plus trying to get it, tacked in and get everything right. And of course, with screwing it up once before, yeah, I wanted to make sure it was right this time. So as you can see, yeah, it's actually the following evening, because that kind of took, well, there's no kind about it. That took all night, trying to get that thing right. But looking at it, we're good. Once we get our Lexan in, we shouldn't have any issues. It should look perfect. But yeah, so we'll get to trying to jack the cab up and try and finish welding that thing out so we can get I'll have to get another piece of Lexan and all that. But anyway, let's get back to it and try and get this bar done. Finally done. Got her fully welded in. She's welded to the frame, welded back to the cage there. Definitely was having some issues getting some clearance. I took all of the body bolts out and I still couldn't get it up. So what I ended up doing was I ended up cutting the floor a little bit here like we had previously. And then I was able to get the cab up high enough to get enough clearance to get in there. Now I say enough clearance to get up in there. I was definitely doing a little bit of the welding on the top side, trying to use my mirror, but I couldn't get my mirror in there. Not that I'm one to mirror weld. That's not something I've done much of, and I'm not spectacular at it, but really just kind of trying to see where I needed to weld, and I'd kind of have at it and kind of hope for the best, check it with the mirror. So it's not the prettiest, but it's good. It's fully welded in. If anything, we just have some extra material on it. But yeah, really a royal pain. It would have been a lot better had I done it right the first time. But if you look from the back here, she's looking good. Yeah, pain in the ass, but it was completely my fault. But then again, you know what? Let's try our polycarbonate and see how she looks. Our hole over here should be, I guess the polycarbonate should be sitting low, high, I don't know. So we'll just put the polycarbonate up there, see. I think we're gonna need to make another piece, I'm pretty sure, but let's give her a try and see how she looks. So neither of my little predictions was the case. It's not sitting up, it's not sitting low. I guess it would sit up if it was sitting flush, but it's not sitting flush because with moving this bar up, and I think I moved it over a little just to match this one perfectly. Yeah, we got a big old bubble in here, but that's not a problem. I was planning on changing that out anyway because I can massage that hole and it'll work, but it won't look right, and it's not like we're crunched for time here. So we'll get another piece of polycarbonate and get that right. Take our time, make sure we do it right the first time so we don't have to do it twice like we did on this one. But yeah, definitely have some cleanup here in the garage to do because as you guys can see, I got just about all the power tools out. Just getting in there was such a pain trying to clean it up. Had to cut the floor, had to clean the tube, all that kind of stuff. Just really made for all the tools getting out. I mean, it just happens. Hopefully we don't have to do that. Well, I got some things I'm thinking about doing that might require us to do some more of this kind of stuff, but we won't have to jack the cab all around and all that. Anyway, guys, we got our bar fixed. My big mistake on the cage is now corrected. So everything will look right, and now we can proceed forward with the rest of our winter stuff. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Get out in your garage, get the wrenching on your truck.